Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this morning at the Hartford Public Library, a vital community hub and civic anchor. And to quote the late library champion, Howard Fromson, the heart of Hartford. My name is Bridget Quinn. I'm the president and CEO of the Hartford Public Library, and I could not be more proud to stand here today with you all and alongside so many champions of literacy, education, community, and most importantly, access for all. Today, we are ushering in a new chapter for Hartford and for our library system, launching the public phase of the Restore, Renew, and Reimagine capital campaign at the Downtown Library. We are inviting you, our community, to dream big with us. Together, with your help, we are redefining what a modern urban library is and can be for our community, a vibrant, inclusive hub of learning, connection, opportunity, and possibility. This project is more than flood repair, more than renovation. It is a piece of our mission and reflects exactly what we're here to do, to build a public library that reflects and honors Hartford's spirit, its creativity, and how we serve our people and inspires future generations. And we want you to be a part of it. We are honored to have the support of all levels of our elected officials, every delegation, federal, state, and local, and that really is a testament to the commitment that we have here in our capital city and to the Hartford Public Library system. And I would like to now invite, for opening remarks, Congressman John Larson.
Governor, Mr. Speaker, Your Honor, all the dignitaries that are gathered here today, and a special congratulations to the library. What a historic place. And overcoming the flooding that took place was a remarkable achievement. But it happens because you have great coordination at the state level with the leadership of Matt River, with the governor as the chief executive of the state, as well as Hartford itself, and the people at this library who care so deeply about it. The federal delegation is proud to be part of that as well. And I especially want to commend Rosa DeLauro, who will be our incoming chair of appropriations when we take back the House of Representatives. So, as a former teacher, I know how important libraries are. And when you think you're in the city of Mark Twain and you think about the significance, the history, the cultural commitment, and everything that this library represents is tremendous. We were proud to participate in the $10 million fundings for Barber and Albany Ave, and we have an earmark in as well for an additional $2.5 million for the library as well. That is money that is well spent, not only for today, but for the future. So congratulations to one and all, Bridget especially, and all of the hard work that has been done to take us to this point. Let's continue to work together, because we know in doing so, with every delegation pulling its weight, there's nothing that we can't do in the capital city. Thank you.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who's been deeply committed to Hartford's families, to the future, and certainly to its library system. Speaker of the House, Matt Ritter.
Thanks, Bridget. My mother finds great irony in my desire to be a champion of libraries, because she reminds me I didn't spend a lot of time with them in college or law school. But I have become that, and I saw it firsthand when I was in the city council, which was a long time ago, and I see Jerry and Tim Sullivan here, and Jerry and Tim have been longtime supporters, or whether it was Greg Davis or David Barrett, all the people that have reminded us over the years that, as Bridget said, a library is not what you think of it used to be. It's so different. And if you come in here on a Saturday or a Tuesday, it's not just young kids reading in a corner. Now we have UConn students studying here. We have people taking immigration classes. We have folks using it to check their email. It is a modern, vibrant institution, and it's very different. And unfortunately, this place has had a little bit of bad luck. I was joking earlier. It reminded me a little bit of the UConn women's basketball team for a while. Every day you're like, how could someone get hurt? Or how could there be another biblical storm or event that shuts down the library? But just like they won the title, the library's back, and it looks better than ever. So thank you to the staff who has done that. It looks wonderful. And so I'll close with this. There's a lot of speakers, and I do apologize. I am double booked, and I have to be downstate. So me leaving early is not a sign of disrespect to anybody. I want to apologize in advance. But it's not just this library. We've done a really good job of also building up our libraries in the neighborhoods. I know there is one left. The congressman referred to it on Barber Street. And so stay tuned. We're reviewing some applications for the fall, and we'll be in touch. And I hope we'll have good news and do a groundbreaking on that one soon. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We do so greatly appreciate the support for this library, but as you said, the state has also supported the Park Street Library, the Barber Library, the Albany Library. Yeah, so this is just a continued pattern, but it's so important to have this investment in libraries because we are the centers of opportunity. We are places for everyone, for education, for literacy, but for workforce readiness, for entrepreneurship, for citizenship, for social services. We really are a place for everyone, a place for all. And now, talking about a place for all, somebody who has been a part of the Hartford Public Library for many years and has been on our board and has served in great service there and now is the leader of our city. And please help me welcome Mayor Arulampalam.
Thank you, Bridget. Welcome, everybody, to the City of Hartford and to the best damn library in the country, the Hartford Public Library. Thank you to the governor for joining us, to the congressman, our speaker, the members of the board, to the members of the staff of this library who are second to none. I'll also, like the speaker, give a shout out to Jerry Sullivan, who's here. She's the reason I was on the board and has made such incredible dedication to the city. Library. Look, there are a lot of dignitaries here today, but when I think about libraries, I think about my mom taking me and my sister to the library every single Saturday morning as a kid. We didn't have a ton of books in our own house, but we could go to this library and have access to any form of knowledge we wanted, any book, any subject we were interested in. We would come back, the limit was 10 books, and I would come back with 10 books every single Saturday. And I'd hand them in next Saturday, which I'm sure there's somebody at the front desk who's thinking that Mayor has 2 books outstanding, I know, that are late right now, and I'm sorry. I will bring them back at some point. I don't read as quickly as I used to before I had this job. I think about our own kids. As you know, we have a large family, and 4 of those 5 kids of ours were all under the age of 3 together. And I remember, picture this for a second, pushing 2 double strollers into these doors here, taking the elevator up to the children's reading room, and watching our kids fall in love with books for the first time. And watching all of these immigrant families doing the same thing, all of these families from all over Hartford doing the same thing, fall in love with books for the first time. As my kids are getting older now, they're still not quite old enough for the U Media room, but they walk by and look in those windows and see all of these teenagers across the city engaging in not just games, not just fun things, but electronics in a way that might allow them to have a leg up in their future career as this world changes around us, that might allow Hartford kids to be ready for the changes that are coming in this world. This library is not just a building, it is a testament to our values as a city, that everyone, that every kid should be able to expand their imagination and knowledge in a beautiful temple like this, that new immigrants who come into our city should be welcomed in a beautiful place like this, that folks who are looking for social services, folks who are unhoused, folks who just need to get information on where they can find access to resources, should be able to do it in a beautiful place like this. That is the core of who we are as a city. It is the core of who we are as a state. And I am so proud that as the rest of the country is changing, that we are strengthening that core, investing in that core, and making sure that that beautiful vision is there for generations to come. And you are all a part of that vision. So thank you so much. Thank you for all of your investments in this library, and thank you for everybody who continues to make this, for over 250 years, the best library in the country.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and don't worry, we don't charge overdue fines anymore, so you're all good. Keep them. We'll renew them for you. And there are a lot of dignitaries. We can all speak about, the experience of supporting the library, but I think what really brings home what this library means to people is the stories of the people that use them. And we're really honored to have somebody here today with us who is going to share her family's library story. Ritu Palubal Barna. Please help me welcome her to come tell about her experience.
Thank you so much, Bridget. Thank you so much, Bridget, for introducing me. Good morning, everybody. It's both an honor and a source of great pride for me to share my thoughts at this prestigious temple of books, love, and acceptance. A place like no other, our Hartford Public Library. The day I first walked into HPL, it reminded me of our time in the Netherlands. The books were familiar, but what stood out here was the love, the welcome, and the countless aha moments. My kids have practically lived in the library during their summer breaks and even beyond. I'm amazed at the confidence they have developed, the trust they show, and the way each program helps shape them into better global citizens and better human beings. Before I received my employment authorization document, we used to frequent the library. My friend Kanak and I proudly call ourselves the unofficial brand ambassadors of HPL programs. We still are. But our frequency to the library has changed. We visited not only the downtown library, but also Albany, Park Street, and Campfield libraries. There is quite a face that recognizes us still. After rushing through our daily chores, we would head to the library, not just to learn something new, but to breathe, to feel at home. I have benefited so much from my association from the library. To name a few programs, I learned knitting with Miss Wilma at the Campfield branch. I learned sewing a tote bag with Miss Selena at the Albany branch. Also how to crochet with Miss Barney at the Albany branch. I attended the very famous makeup class at the Park Street Library and then emceed the Diwali program at our very own downtown library. My son also got his eyes checked here at the downtown library. As I said, I was the unofficial brand ambassador. As the library evolves, so do we. I attended HPL's podcasting program and hope my tech-savvy teen daughter can join this summer. Because let's face it, summer can get a little wild and the library helps us keep grounded. No tribute to the HPL would be complete without mentioning the person who made my visits unforgettable, Miss Lena Williams. She has been a guiding light, a sister at heart, and a wellspring of knowledge and kindness. Miss Lena, you're truly a gem. Miss Catherine, Miss Patricia, Miss Bonnie, Miss Nicole, Miss Rani, Mr. Sam, Mr. Nelson, and Miss Lisa are few of my other associates at the library, all really helpful and also accepting. When I heard the theme of this event, Restore, Renew, Reimagine, it immediately resonated. This is my story. This library restored me. It renewed me, and most importantly, it helped me reimagine who I could be. It built the trust that we can do it, that I can do it. I hope my story connects with yours and that you feel the same love and belonging here at the HPL that I do. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being part of this story. Thank you.
Thank you, Ritu. And I'm so glad you mentioned the eyeglass exam. That is a partnership between the Hartford Public Library and Vision to Learn. Hartford children can get free eye exams and free glasses. What an incredible opportunity for them, and that's going on now, so check out our website for that. Okay. What we do on a day-to-day basis today, we're celebrating our Restore, Renew, and Reimagine campaign to help make sure we get across the finish line for our capital campaign. But what we do on a day-to-day basis for people here at the library couldn't happen without generous support from the city of Hartford. And we are really thrilled to have Council President Shirley Surgeon here with us today.
Thank you, Bridget. Good morning, everyone. Governor, Congressman Larson, when the speaker talked about the library, if anything happens, the flooding, the electricity, this reminds, and he says, it's like Yukon girls. Well, guess what? We are like Yukon girls. We're still standing. So I need to tell him this. I wish I could tell him before he have left, okay? And we're doing way better. I have to give a shout out to Jerry back in the days when, the library was a book depository. No longer is it a book depository. This library now is Reimagine. Think about where you are right now. On a lunch break, about 11, 12 o'clock. What do we have down here? Yoga, exercise. This is reimagining what our library is all about, okay? One of the things I have to commend Bridget and all the board members and the staff is what they have done to bring this library into the 21st century. It's no longer, again, it's not a book deposit. What it is, it's a community hub. We come here for different events, okay? We come here for exercising. And then more importantly, that information is taken out into the community. Could you go into the community library, as you talked about learning all different things in the library? It's amazing what the community library is doing. We see, one of the things which I see when I'm at the library in the community, people are borrowing movies. You know how expensive it is to have internet when you can go to the library and borrow a movie and take home and watch a movie? That's what the library is doing for the community. You know what it's like to actually being stuck at home as our seniors are, and you can get online and read a book and take a book out. That is what the library is doing for the community. So I'm very, very, very proud when the library comes in front of the City Council at their budget time, and we are wholeheartedly supporting them in what they need to go next, because you know what? We know what that library brings to each one of our council members, to the mayor in this community. We know that, what they do, their fundraising capabilities, how they really partnership with the city to make this one of the excellent library in the state of Connecticut. I see Manchester and everybody else following our example. Isn't it great? They're following Hartford's example. So I'm so proud of that. And I'm so proud that wherever the community goes in the next 21st century, the library is going to be here to support us. Thank you.
Thank you, Council President. Highlighting another feature of the library is our Library of Things, because one of the things that people do still check out DVDs, believe it or not, and they also check out a DVD player, because we have all sorts of really cool stuff you can check out, including fishing poles, cake pans, crutches, really, it's amazing. But yes, that's what we're here for, to serve the community in all the ways that it wants and needs to be served. We are an amazing institution because of our support in the community, but also because of the people that are here, our incredible staff, but also the leadership and dedication of our board of directors. We have an incredible board, and we really are so well served by them, and that, you know, people that stay and serve even after their terms of office have been completed. We are thrilled to have Jerry Sullivan, who is a director emeritus, other board members here, Tim Sullivan, Floyd Green, Sarah Needham. Who am I missing? Anybody else here? No, I think that's our whole board that's represented, and a slew of incredible ambassadors that are here. Our board chair, unfortunately, his name is, that's not unfortunate, my board chair is David Barrett, and unfortunately he could not join us here this morning. He really regrets missing this exciting announcement, but he is visiting his sons in Colorado, so we'll give him a pass. This event was actually scheduled a couple weeks ago, and we did unfortunately have a fire that day, which is why this is rescheduled. All good now, only closed 2 days, not 2 years like the flood. But I do have just a few things that he wanted me to share with you. This is from David. As we embark on the second phase of our renovation to imagine a library for the next generation, we could not have reached this moment without the dedication, generosity, and belief of so many friends of the library. We are truly honored to have many of you here today. I would also like to thank our fabulous board of directors. We already have 100% participation with donations topping $1 million from the board. Thank you to each and every one of you. And one of the reasons that we have such incredible support from our board is because we also have a great Restore, Renew, and Reimagine board campaign chair. Please help me welcome Dan O'Shea.
Bridget, thank you. Flood, fire, I have not seen locusts yet today, so I think we're in decent shape so far. Thank you for having me. At Hartford Public Library, we believe access to knowledge should be limitless. To that end, we are so proud to kick off this bold fundraising campaign, Restore, Renew, and Reimagine, an effort to transform the downtown library and bring more learning opportunities to our community. It's an honor to be leading this citywide capital campaign with tremendous support from the state, the city, and our board, and so many other generous supporters. Now, to date, we have raised $4.3 million to our goal of $5 million in philanthropic efforts, in addition to $5 million in bonding funds from the state. So please appreciate all of your support. I'd like to thank by name some of the early leadership supporters, in addition to the state of Connecticut, Travelers, the Hartford, Global Atlantic, the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving, and Margaret and Robert Petroselli. Restore, Renew, Reimagine is more than a fundraising effort. It's an investment in Hartford's future, a future where our libraries are not just places to borrow books, but places to launch dreams, to build skills, and foster a sense of belonging. The campaign is ambitious, it is urgent, and thanks to our extraordinary partners, donors, and community champions, we are building significant momentum. The investments made so far are tremendous, and I am so grateful for the leadership and generosity of our early donors, including 100% participation from our board of directors. Together, we are writing Hartford's next chapter. And now, we invite each of you, our Hartford community, to be part of this transformative story. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. And when we asked Dan to chair the committee, he said yes without reservation. And I think that just is such a testament to his commitment. But our whole board is like that. Anytime I need something or there's a project, they stand up and they are with us. They are the most committed board that I've ever worked with, and I am just so truly grateful for them and all that support. Okay, so now we are honored. Probably wondering, is the governor going to speak? Or is he just sitting there, like, taking this all in? We are so honored to have Governor Ned Lamont with us today. He's a champion of education, opportunity, and creating strong communities that enable families to thrive. We are so mission-aligned with his vision for the state, and on that front, we're so excited to be a partner with him on this project as well as so many other library projects here in Hartford and across our great state of Connecticut. Please help me welcome Governor Lamont.
Hey, good morning, and hey, thank you, Bridget. Yeah, you're right. I am taking it all in. I learned a lot. I'm more aware of all the speed bumps you've had to go over the last number of years. Shirley, you mentioned that. And you're like the Yukon Huskies women. You're not just standing; you're champions. I mean, it's the most coolest place in the world. Isn't this amazing? I mean, compare this to when I was going to libraries. I mean, here you are, crochet and eyeglasses. I mean, I put on earphones, take a nap. I was a little more like Ritter, I think. But I'll tell you how incredibly important libraries are and what this means as a community center. I love the history. I was just, this library goes back to 1774. It's older than the country. And as who mentions? It was a subscription service, right? It wasn't open to the public. You had to pay for access and come in like a ticket to a movie theater or something. And then by the mid-19th century, we decided libraries are for the public good and a community center. And the Hartford Public Library is one of the first to say, we do books, but we also do community. And a real leader there, as you heard from Rick too, all the different type of services we have here, including citizenship classes and ways to say you're welcome here in the greater Hartford and the state of Connecticut. From there you saw how libraries have transformed. I saw, look, just during COVID, it was incredible. I mean, the libraries, first of all, we got transponders outside of the library so people could do Wi-Fi outside because it's much safer. Then people knew that they could come in here safely going forward. Now I love where you're going right now in terms of what you're doing in terms of the electronics, what you're doing in terms of the e-books. Didn't you say almost as many e-books as now hard copy books going out? I don't care as long as you're reading. Whatever you're reading on, go out and read because it makes an enormous difference. It makes a difference for this community. I know this is a community center that means so much. And, Ronan, you're absolutely right. You said this is the heart and soul of what we've got going here in Hartford. And not just here, but in neighborhoods around. And Ritter's been really good. He batters me every day. What else are we doing for the Hartford Public Library? And don't forget, John, he delivers the goods, Larson. He's been fighting every day for this estate and this city and this library, and it makes a difference. And I'm standing here. I might as well tell you one other guy may take you by surprise, a great champion for libraries. When you think of high literature, when you think of reading, when you think of academia, I think of Keith Richards. Keith Richards was the lead guitarist for the Rolling Stones. He came and celebrated one of our libraries in downstate Connecticut just a few months ago. And it was very inspiring words. He said, I love the library and don't burn the books. Anyway, God bless you all. Thank you. Bridget, congratulations on everything you're doing.